Hi there, I'm Sage Wile, and I'm here with Bedroom Brainiacs to get naughty and nerdy while we go beyond the basics of sexual orientation. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, couples therapist, and sex educator at the Center for Connection and Desire. I'm also a queer person myself, and I identify as pansexual. I learned throughout the years and through my own journey that there's a vast amount of vocabulary that we're not all exposed to as we're learning about ourselves growing up. What I'd love to do today is review some basic sexual orientations that you've probably heard of, and then introduce 5 or so new terms that maybe you aren't as familiar with. The first sexual orientation I'll talk about is the one everybody knows, heterosexuality. It doesn't come with a pride flag, but it does come with lots of media representation. Heterosexual folks experience sexual attraction to people of a different gender than their own. For those who experience same-sex attraction or attraction to multiple genders, there are various labels that people can pick and choose from to determine what feels best in representing their identity. To review a few orientations that you've probably already heard of, we'll go over bisexuality, which occurs when someone experiences attraction to more than one gender, but might have a preference. Pansexuality occurs when someone experiences sexual attraction regardless of the other person's sexual or gender identity. Although bisexuality and pansexuality are similar, it's important to note the nuance that occurs between them, and that everyone sees their identity differently. My perspective is that identity labels are personally chosen, not externally assigned, so they should validate what people experience for themselves rather than what we see in them. For those who identify as male and experience same-sex attraction to men, they go by the term gay, and those who identify as women and experience same-sex attraction to women might use the term lesbian. But some people don't like any of these terms, or maybe they like them one day and not the next. Some folks use the term queer as an umbrella to represent not just their approach to sexual orientation, but also their approach to a lifestyle. The queer lifestyle can be centered on radical acceptance, radical joy, and restructuring our relationship to sexual and gender orientations. Now, I'm going to introduce some additional identities that maybe you haven't heard of before. The first one I'll cover is abrosexuality. Those who are abrosexual experience their sexuality as fluid or changeable, which means they might have one identity one day and a completely different identity the next. But since that's reflecting their internal experience, we know that it's just as valid as any other orientation. Aro-ace is a shortened abbreviation term for aromantic asexual. Those who identify as aro-ace often do not experience romantic or sexual attraction to other people. However, they might engage in sexual activity consensually, depending on their body's needs and their own preferences. Demisexual people require a platonic or romantic connection before experiencing sexual attraction to another person. Demisexual folks might take longer than others to get to know someone before entering into a sexual relationship. Demisexuality and gray sexuality are both considered to be on the asexual spectrum. Gray sexuality occurs when someone has limited sexual attraction or low intensity attraction. This might occur regardless of platonic or romantic feelings. However, someone could combine multiple identities and identify themselves as demisexual, requiring a platonic connection, and gray sexual, knowing that their sexual attraction or connection might be limited or low intensity. Keep in mind there's no problem with being asexual in a relationship. If you or your partner are struggling how to integrate it into your life, individual and sex therapy can be instrumental in understanding yourself better and how to form relationships that feel fulfilling regardless of your sexual orientation. The last term I'll introduce you to were new to me, but I think interesting to discuss. This term in the middle is called nin-sexual, N-I-N, and it focuses on the N-I-N in the beginning, which stands for non-binary in nature. Nin-sexual folks experience attraction to people who are non-binary, or people who might be agender, genderqueer, gender nonconforming, or anywhere else on that spectrum. We also see this kind of acronym in the two terms below, including finsexual, F-I-N, which stands for feminine in nature, or minsexual, M-I-N, which stands for masculine in nature. These terms separate people's presentation from their gender and incorporate a more nuanced understanding of how gender and sexuality interact. Thanks so much for watching, and let us know what other sexual orientations you'd like to learn more about. I'm Sage Wile, again with Bedroom Brainiacs, and I appreciate your time as we learn more about ourselves and each other. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please stay in touch with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on social media, and absolutely please comment below and let us know if you have any suggestions for future topics. We would love to hear from you.